Fight it out.
Third strike only. Final destination. It should be nice if this worked.
Yeah.
Shit, I didn't even see if I made it private or not.
Say what?
I didn't even see if I made it private or not.
Oh.
Might mean I suppose if it doesn't work, well.
What's weird is if I hit X for ready, at the top of my screen, I've got you highlighted, and it lets me hit ready. I have myself highlighted, it says select profile.
Yep, that's what it does for
if
me.
I hit X, it shows you ready, and that's all I see.
Yep, so it's still broken.
Yep. Fix your shit, Capcom.
God damn.
And/or Digital Eclipse.
One of you guys.
And then we played Streets of Rage instead.
This game contains material which may not be suitable for people with photosensitive epilepsy. Player discretion is advised if you experience any issues with this game or fatigue.
Yep.
This sure didn't look like my room in the 90s.
I would not say this is what my room looked like in the 90s. Namely, I didn't get to have a console in my room until I was older.
A teenager?
Yes. All the systems were in the basement.
The den? The family room?
It was practically the man cave, honestly.
Well, your mom never went down there?
Not originally, no.
Not until Tetris Attack?
Actually, no. The SNES was in her room for most of that. That one was actually originally in my room, and then it was moved to there when she got Tetris Attack, because I wasn't playing anymore. By that point, we'd had the PlayStation, and nobody was really playing the SNES anymore.
I think maybe like
I don't have any sound. What the heck?
close to, well, I think not long after the PlayStation came out is when everything, all the video game stuff just kind of like went to my room and more or less never left.
Yep. You know, Streets of Rage 3's music gets shit on a lot, but I still think I liked it, but I still think 2 is probably my favorite music-wise.
I think that's because 3's is too, like, different in comparison.
Yeah, it's a little avant-garde. Clearly music had changed at that point. Everybody was expecting a certain type of music, and that's not what Yuzo was into at that time, so...
Yuzo and whoever else was doing the soundtrack.
Yeah. Pretty sure it was still just him.
Maybe there was somebody else working on it with him?
Let's find out.
Their name was like it's not Motoko, but Motoaki. That's what I want to say. I'm not sure how I feel about how smooth this is.
Ha. I don't know, man. This is about how it played for me. I'm not sure what you mean by smooth exactly.
For some reason, the screen scrolling seems a little bit too smooth.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you're talking about.
It's like really, really slight.
Maybe you had a crappy TV.
I don't know, I had a regular CRT TV like everybody else. Granted, we had the same tube TV for like a long time. I think by the time we threw it out, well, not threw it out, we put it out on the curb and was like, anybody who wants it can have it. And by the point we did that, the blue would turn up as like slightly purple, and the green would have like a really kind of faint bluish tint to it too. And that TV was pretty damn old. I think my mom got it before I was born even. And it finally left the household when I was about 26, 27. It was good TV. Did its job well. But are you still looking up the Streets of Rage 3 composer?
Yep. Yes. Discography of the Streets of Rage series. Streets of Rage 3. Yeah, it was Motohiro Kawashima, you're right. With that in mind, let's see. So 2 was Koshiro and Kyoji Kato, and Streets of Rage 1 was Koshiro and Kato. So I guess that that did kind of change the whole feeling a bit.
Just a bit. I also like how the in-game version of Ghost Straight sounds different from the soundtrack version.
Yeah, it also looks like Koshiro used some specific sort of sequencer or composing in order to make the soundtrack.
For 3 or 2?
3. It says it was composed using his own automated composing system used to produce heavily randomized sequences.
That would certainly explain a lot.
It sounds very different. Yeah, it might explain why it sounds very, very different. He didn't compose it the way that he had before.
It doesn't sound very Streets of Ragey.
It still sounds pretty violent. That's and you know, like, I think my favorite song out of that game is Shinobi Reverse.
I'm trying to think of what my favorite one of the 3 is. That is actually a really good question now that I think about it. I'll have to think about it for a while. Meanwhile, we should probably get started.
Let's get started. Yep.
Meanwhile, this game does have options. Like, actual, genuine fucking options.
Yep.
Other than button. Number of wives you can actually have.
Yeah, now I know that when I was a kid, me and my group used to actually play the game on hyper mode all the time without too much trouble, but I don't think we're quite up to that yet. And I think I'm still getting a little bit of lag.
Yeah,
not confident yet. So
yeah.
I think normal should be fine.
Yeah, well, I'm okay with that. I was
do I follow the brand, or do I pick the character I usually pick?
I was expecting you to pick Max.
Yeah, I know you were. But see, usually I would normally pick either Blaze or Escape because they're faster. Max can be fun to play too. I think I'll start with Max at least. If I'm not feeling it, I'll probably switch.
Do you want the 1-up?
There's a 1-up?
Yeah, in the bottom corner. I was gonna point it out, but then I picked it up by mistake. I didn't realize it was that close up to the ground.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a 1-up there.
I didn't even know that was there. We're already learning stuff here.
Like,
Look, I've been playing this game for years, and I never knew that.
I didn't find out for many years down the line. The problem was, like,
to get people for grabs.
nothing but grabbing people from behind and doing the backbreaker.
Yep. There we go.
Or the whatchamacallit, his standing grapple. The neutral grapple that does like a million fucking damage as long as nobody else is around.
Yep. You mean the one that takes forever because he's basically like punching them forever?
Yes.
The rest hold. And there it was. And now he's dead.
Oh my god. No, I almost got 2 guys with that.
Okay. You know what a rest hold is, right?
I have a vague idea of what it is. Like, it's the headlock and,
Well, it takes multiple forms, but it's basically when when a wrestler grabs another dude and they get on the mat, and it kind of looks like maybe one of them is in pain, but maybe not. But they're just kind of there, and/or one of them might be mouthing at somebody else, but for the most part, they're not really actually doing anything. That's a rest hold.
no. Although in this case, it also involves somebody getting knocked in the head a few times.
Yeah, and I mean, a good wrestler will mask it well. Either that, or they'll at least make it interesting by talking. But most of them, a lot of times they'll just do it, and we'll all know for sure what it is. You watch enough wrestling, you'll automatically be able to pick it out.
I was just kind of guessing there was a dude the dude red signal was off screen, but worked out. I like the definitely not Michael Jackson's Moonwalker posters in the background.
Yep. Was he Persona non grata at Sega yet? I can't remember. This had to have been like a year or two before that.
Yeah, it came out before Sonic 3, so I would assume so.
Yeah.
Couple of guys standing around with pipes.
Yep. Blind swing, it worked. Oh, that's awesome. I love how in this game, when you swing the pipe, if someone is standing behind you, they get hit.
Oh, that poor...
do the backswing.
That poor yellow signal.
Yep.
I like how everybody
Also, you can do that.
Everybody in Project Crosstone is confused by like half the stuff Axel says. Like, hey, what's your weapon of choice? 2x4 or a steel pipe.
Suplex.
Both X and Zero are like, we mean actual weapons, not trash.
No, you can't have it.
Yeah.
Got him.
I like the, God, what was I gonna say? I totally lost my train of thought.
Suplex City, Rich. I'm gonna be doing this all game.
That's gonna bug me what I was thinking of, and I can't remember. God, I hate that.
Oh, yeah.
We also have the very not at all thinly veiled reference to Cody. And Chumley's like, dude, if you keep causing problems, I'm gonna arrest you. Axel's just like, I wouldn't look good in a prison uniform.
One thing I really like that I miss not having is how in Streets of Rage 3 you had run. Everybody could run.
Everybody could run.
In this game, only Skate can do it. And that was one of the reasons I used to pick Skate all the time. I love being able to dash.
I like in Streets of Rage Remake when I was playing through it, and the first time I played through it, I'm just gonna see what everybody's run animation looks like. And when I saw what they did for Max, I'm just like, hey, wait a minute, I've seen that before.
Wait, Max? Max wasn't in 3.
I mean, in Remake.
Oh yeah. Wait, what did they do for his run Cypher 3? Remake.
They converted Zangief's run from Capcom vs SNK 1.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Like, as soon as I said, I'm like, I swear to God, I've seen this before. And then that out of left field character choice, we're like, hey, we're gonna make Electra playable. Why? I don't know.
Why not?
Also, she's not carrying a whip, it's her bionic hand.
What?
Yeah, that's what the plot was. Well, at least that's what they decided it was.
That's really weird.
I thought it was kind of interesting, but at the same time, it's like, well, it kind of came out of nowhere, didn't it?
Eat shit, Barbin.
I'm
He's
just gonna
blocking.
go up here and eat that chicken.
I feel like that worked out pretty well.
One-ups for everybody.
I mean, granted, Streets of Rage 2 is a little easier than the first one.